So this year, the 49ers, coming after their successes, they had some injuries that they just couldn't get past. But how devastating is it for a team when you've been so close to winning a Super Bowl, you're on the cusp, and you keep getting there, but you can't break through?
Well, I think at any time you have that kind of a year after where you were the year before, it's frustrating. We did that in 81 to 82. We just fell off the end of the earth for that season for some reason. But the seasons when you go that deep into the playoffs year after year, your body just doesn't have time to recover from that like it normally would. And so the Chiefs were lucky. They went through that earlier in the year. I don't know much about Philly's injury situation, but getting healthy and being healthy at the right time also is a big part of this. And so, especially, they've been deep even the year that they didn't go back.
Yeah.
So.
I want to ask you about Brock Purdy specifically because he's just come on, and a 7th-round pick, that's incredible value, but they're going to have to pay him. And
by far. I don't think there's any question. You have to pay him. I can show you a handful of quarterbacks out there that are getting paid that haven't produced anywhere near what he's done. So I just think you got to put it to rest as fast as you can and get all the questions behind you and let the team know that he's the quarterback.
How much do you think he's worth, more or less, in terms of?
I don't know. I haven't looked at the scaling and what the quarterbacks. I know they're way up
but
there.
I'm saying, do you think he's in?
He's in the top
tier.
Yeah, top tier.
Yeah. So switching to this game, you have 4 Super Bowl victories. If Mahomes wins, he ties you and Terry Bradshaw for second most all time with 4. How do you feel about him? He's a 29-year-old kid with 4 or almost 4 already.
I know, it's great. I think it's great. He's got the ability to win a lot more. So he's fun to watch, and so it's going to be a fun game. Phil's got a pretty good defense and good running game, but it's hard to bet against the Chiefs right now.
Yeah, with Mahomes, it's just so many things that he does well.
Yeah,
the way his instincts, of course, are just unparalleled.
You can't. He'll do whatever it takes. If he has to run, he'll run. If he has to throw it behind his back, he'll do that.
Yeah.
It doesn't really matter. He finds a way to keep the ball moving and be able to continue to win and be successful. And so Philly if you can only limit the amount of times he touches the ball, you got a chance.
Yeah. When he uses his legs, though, it's almost, I think it catches him off guard. They don't expect it. Defenses, what does that wrinkle add to his game?
Well, he's not considered a runner.
No.
So, but he runs.
Yeah.
And that's why I think people think he's more of a pocket guy, which he is, but he can run, and you can't. You just have to be ready for it. I think the hardest part is with quarterbacks running, is now a lot of the guys are starting to not go down.
Yes.
So it's tough on the defense. So and being a quarterback myself, I understand that. But you just got to watch him because he's pretty tricky.
I want to ask you, the area you played in is very different the way it's officiated. A lot of defenders that I've talked to this week, they don't love the roughing the passer and the way it's being called. I'd love to hear your thoughts about that penalty specifically and the way it's enforced.
Well, I think they've taken. I kind of agree to a certain amount because you should be able to hit the quarterback. I think the thing that they were trying to stop is the problem when a guy weighs you by 100 to 150 pounds. When he hits you, you're the only guy that's normally standing still, so you don't really have a chance to protect yourself. And it's not that you can hit me as hard as you want, and I might go out for a play, but I'm coming back in.
Yeah.
But what they do, and they say they don't, but you can tell right away, they're trying to stop where they get you off, they hit you, get you off balance, and then compress you in the ground.
Yeah.
And that's where guys get hurt. And that's why I say, go ahead, let them hit him, just don't let them compress him in the ground. And then they'll take care of that. The one I would be crazy about if I was a defensive back is the one where they run go routes and the quarterback throws the ball behind the guy and he tries to come back. And then I changed the penalty from yardage to 10 yards and first down, but don't give them 40, 50 yards just because that's a tough deal on the defensive back, even if you're looking back at the ball.
Yeah, of course. Now I wanted to switch gears to college. We both went to Notre Dame. Notre Dame's been on this wonderful run. Still, we can't quite get to the title.
Well, they had a chance. I think they fell asleep there for a little bit and just got a little too far behind. I mean, they have the ability to come back, and I don't think the run back was healthy.
Jeremiah.
And so I mean that you take him out of the game, it makes a big difference. I mean, and the other guy's pretty good.
Yeah.
But the thing about it is when they were together and both playing at their top, I think that took a little wind out of their sail when he wasn't in there.
But the program is in much better shape now. And
thanks to Marcus.
Yeah, I was about to ask you about Marcus.
A great guy, great coach, and I think he's instilled a lot of confidence in the team, and the confidence in that people who want to come there to play, they're going to have the opportunity to play and make it to the big game.
Yeah, and now just switching back to this game, we talked about Mahomes and his success. Tom Brady's 7 Super Bowls still very, very far off, but can we start to put Mahomes in that greatest of all time?
Oh, yeah. I mean, you look at the things he's accomplished so far, he's got a long way to go.
Yeah.
I mean, especially now with the rules the way they are, and he can play for a long time, not getting hit like that. Yeah. So, he's got a long way to go in his career, so it'll be fun to watch.
Yeah. Now, you kind of hinted at it a little bit with the way some quarterbacks maybe aren't going out and some of the penalties are being called. Do you think the Chiefs get any sort of preferential treatment from the refs?
You know what, I'm usually pretty good at watching the officials and plays that are called. I really haven't watched in that manner, right? But I'd have to go back and watch the games to see where the.
Well, the thing is, I think they are very well coached, so they don't commit many penalties. I think it's people just get upset with the calls that Mahomes gets. But,
well, I mean, you can. I think Brady was the one who started that throw the ball behind a guy to get So you can go back and show penalties against other teams that they played against too. I don't know whether it's because the teams are on top that they're given. I don't think there's preferential treatment by any stretch of the mean, but it might in their mind be.
Yeah.